Oh, am I live? Hi, vibers. I am Mindy and living intentionally. I've woken up with a headache again today. Um, that really sucks. And I'm like feeling better as long as I don't look at the screen. It's better. So, I'm in that place where I'm just like bored out of my mind and lonely, I guess. Um, but yeah, so I woke up at like 7 this morning, which is very early for me to be awake. And I went, I don't even know if you can hear me because of the fan. I'm like, I don't, I honestly, like, I don't even like want to be making a video. I'm like trying to like get my feet under me. And I, I need to talk. I need to converse in order to do that. And so this helps with that. Um, Other things I can do to get my feet under me are like clean my house, do chores, and I really don't want to do that because I don't want to be in pain. I was down for the count from Friday 13th through the 20th, and my headache is almost. I feel like I'm too far away from the camera, but I also like I can't see anything because I don't have glasses on, so I don't know. Anyway, I was down for the count from Friday 13th uh, through April or fucking through the 20th of May. It's May. It's May now. I still can't believe it's May. Just said April. It's not April. And I'm like almost certain that part of my headache is a withdrawal headache because while I was down for the count managing pain, I was taking a lot of Delta 8. I mean, like 5 Delta 8 gummies. The recommended dose is 1. 5 is a lot. And then I was using Dr. Pepper caffeine, which caffeine is a very potent drug, and it's one that I already can't tolerate. I used to be like a total caffeine junkie, and that dark berry is just so good. But I was just using it. I don't know why my phone is doing that. I don't know why my phone is doing that. Is it because I'm not sitting still? I just like I don't know how to. I don't want to make a video like not looking at you, but like I really can't look at the screen. Like, is this okay? I'll just try to stay here. Just try to stay here, I guess. Um, I what am I saying? Screen is so fucking bright. I fucking cannot, dude. Like there's no way a filter is on. There's no way a filter is on, and the screen is fucking killing me. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. Doesn't it's like the filter's on and it's not on. You've got to like toggle it off and then it comes back on. Okay, that's better. Like at least like sitting in front of it isn't killing me anymore. Ugh. That really was not good though. That really was not good for me. So yeah, what was I talking about? Delta 8 is a potent drug, is a potent addictive drug, just like cannabis is an addictive drug. And the to counter that, I was using Dr. Pepper caffeine because the Delta 8 was such a downer. Like I could not even like function at all, like not even basic functioning. So yeah, so I was basically doing 2 addictive drugs for a whole week, and probably the headache is withdrawal. So yeah, that sucks. I really doing with this dark berry, yo, like, okay, after I, like, you know, went healthy and, like, cut soda out of my life completely, you know, I only eat organic food, I mean, like, my diet is so restrictive, it's not even funny. But, after I did that, like, changed my diet and completely, like, rewired my body to respond and to enjoy healthful foods, I was like, dude, like, Dr. Pepper tastes nasty. Like, Dr. Pepper, like, after you, like, detox from junk food, like, junk food is not good anymore. It doesn't even taste good anymore. You cannot even enjoy it anymore. So it's kind of like, crazy awesome that this new Dr. Pepper came out, and to me, it just tastes like Dr. Pepper, but without the nastiness. And I don't know what the nastiness is in it. Like, I used to love Dr. Pepper, like, a lot, and it's weird. So I think one of the other reasons I like it is because my go-to drink at Sonic back in the day, I mean, like, middle school and high school, was Dr. Pepper with grape in it, because you can put, like, any flavors into your Sonic drink. And I think that might be why I like the dark berry so much also. But it really just, like, it's so good. It just, like, doesn't have a nasty aftertaste to it. It's really good, and it's a limited time thing, so I bought a bunch of it, and, like, really was like, I'm gonna have this for the rest of the year. I didn't think I was gonna be drinking it. But then when I had, you know, an addictive stimulant within my reach, and I was like, I could really use a stimulant right about now, I started using it, and, I mean, oh my gosh, you guys, I was drinking a can of soda a day. I'm so ashamed. It's not good. It's so weird how that happens. It's so weird, like, the choices that we make. But anyway, so I woke up really early today. Not really early. 7 isn't that early. But it's much earlier than I'm usually up and about. And still have the headache. The headache was really, really bad when I first woke up. And then I laid still for 2 hours until it was time to feed my cat. And that seemed to, like, help it. And I didn't look at a phone at all. This is the first that I'm looking at the phone. Like, literally all I've done is, like, okay, well, I'm like, I've got my friend, like, trying to find out where I can get my brand of cat food, because Chewy doesn't have the whole earth chicken pate 5-ounce can anymore, and I'm just like, I have 2 cans left, and, like, this is a disaster. Like I don't have one of those cats where you can just, like, put any food down and he'll eat it and be fine. I mean, he will eat absolutely any food I put down, but he gets sick from most cat food, and, like, this was the substitute cat food because Chewy stopped carrying the one that was, like, best for him. So this one actually does cause him problems, but not as many problems, and it's like, I'm not even gonna have food to feed my cat, like, in a few days. So yeah, like, all I did was be like, hey, like, oh, don't tell me no place has it. This is a disaster. Every 11 minutes of my life, I swear. And then I came on here and was like, all right, let's do this, because I'm, you know, I fed my cat, I scooped the litter, and I went and got my mail. And I stopped by a neighbor who texted me, and I don't know why they texted me, because that phone is dead, and I'm not about to get on my phone and look at text messages anyway, right? And he told me to come back at 3, so now I've got to, like, try to, like, stay, like, up till 3, and, like, the way that my pain, disability, inability, nerve damage works is that, like, as long as I'm in motion, I can be functioning pretty well at that level. And once I relax my body, and sitting is not relaxing my body. I have to be, like, say I'm sitting up, I am engaging my core, I am speaking. This is not a relaxed body. As long as I keep speaking, engaging my core, I don't know if, like, breathing exercises will do that. I don't think breathing exercises will plateau the pain. It needs to be more than breathing, which is weird, because, like, when the pain is excruciating, every breath is excruciating. I, like, freaking hold my breath for, like, 16 seconds. Oh, are you gonna work? Are you gonna work today? I turned my laptop on so I could communicate, because that's a screen that's less offensive to my sensibilities. My laptop is barely working though. It's from 2009. It's a Sony Bio from 2009. It's pink, and obviously it's just like, you know, dying. It's just on its last leg. And the reason that I don't just like pull the trigger and get a new one is because I am concerned. I have concerns that the reason this laptop doesn't cause my cyber sickness to be untenable is because of its age. And the reason that I think that is because I borrowed someone else's laptop when mine was not functioning and I needed it to. Like, I literally just use my laptop to like communicate on Facebook. What I'll do is like any text messages that I send, I use my laptop, so I type it to myself in Facebook Messenger, and then on my phone I copy and paste it into wherever I'm talking to on the internet, because looking at phones makes me violently ill. I don't like, so my life is just ridiculous. But it wasn't working at all, and it would really be good if it's working, because I need to get on this cat food thing, and like maybe it'll let me use the internet. But usually Facebook is all that it runs, and the only other thing I use it for is to transfer everything from my phone to an external hard drive so that my phones continue to work. And so I'm at my laptop trying to get everything off of my phone, because both of my phones, I don't know where my third phone went. I haven't seen it for a long time. I should have 3 phones, but I don't. But yeah, so I'm like really needing to transfer everything off of my phones, because they're just like not working anymore. Like, I mean, it's fine that Animal Crossing can't update because I've got a headache anyway, yo, but like once I don't have a headache, like I'm gonna be like proper bent that I don't have Animal Crossing. Because if all you can do is like sit up in a recliner and like use your left hand for something, it's like life is unbearable without Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. It just is. It just is. Like, I wish to God I could sit and read a book. I wish to God I could sit and play a video game. I was an avid reader. I was a huge gamer. Can't. At least it's like Signs of Life. It's not a black screen anymore. It looks like what it's doing is it's got like a bio messenger alert. It has some kind of alert going on. I don't know. But anyway, so I went and got my mail, and the most curious thing happened. I got, let me see, okay, I got this is a Dino Drac package, like, and now for something completely different. How is this a Dino Drac package, right? Like, they're usually boxes, you guys. So I'm like, okay, I haven't even opened my previous Dino Drac package, because I saved those, like, you know, I don't want to half-ass that. Like, I want to fully participate. I seem to be like the only person that I can find, that I can see anyway. And maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Maybe I'm not, you know, like deep enough in the Dinosaur Dracula community. But like, I'm really the only person who's like experiencing, like sharing the experience of the subscription packages, and it's like I feel like that's like, you know, a valuable contribution to the internet. And I haven't been wanting, like, it's such a thing for my life. Like, it gives me life, like totally gives me life. And if my hair does not stop being frizzy, tickly on this side, I'm gonna flip my lid. I can't stand like having hair tickling the side of my face or my ears. It's like, why I have a punk mullet? Okay. Oh, I think I got it. All right. Good deal. Um, yeah, like first of all, it takes a lot out of me to enjoy things, to do anything. And, just spoons. Just living takes spoons when you're disabled. That's how it is. So when I have the energy and ability to, like, fully participate, engage in the experience, I don't I don't want to use any spoons. I don't want to divert energy to anything else. So like I don't take pictures as I go through it. I haven't done like an unboxing online or anything. Um, one of the other reasons that I don't do that is because I don't want there to be any spoilers for people. Like, but I think I'm gonna open this because I'm so curious. And you know what's crazy is like I have like a box. I have a Dino Drac box that I haven't even opened, and I'm like, dude, I really. It's just funny. It's just so funny, like the way that we change and the way that disability changes us. I guess because like there was a time when I would have had a little like OCD conniption fit in my brain about doing this. Like I would be like, well, I haven't opened the other one yet, so I can't. Like, and I just don't even I don't even have that anymore. And I was thinking about that. I was like, gosh, that's so uncharacteristic. And I was like, is it really? You've been disabled since 2006. Like, at what point does it stop being uncharacteristic? Like, I don't know. But like other things that I do that I'm like, oh, who are you? Are I will put a disc in the wrong case in the interest of getting it safely in a case. I will put a disc in the wrong case. Like, dude, I can't even believe I'm a person who does that. Other thing that I do now, and this also has to do a lot with the way that we experience media, whereas it's streaming rather than a video that you bought online or that you rented from Video Library. Video Library was my rental store. It is not an actual library. Video rental store. But yeah, I used to never start a movie that I would not finish. Now, if something intervened in my life, because I was a kid, subject to the whims of parents and rules and stuff, that's a different story. Like if I couldn't finish the movie, like okay, and I didn't get like bent out of shape about that either. But if I started a movie, like if I saw the title and the opening credits of any movie that that I was like, oh yeah, this could be interesting. Like I would stick it out no matter how horrible that movie was, how much I did not enjoy it. I committed to it, and I don't do that anymore. Like I will go through sometimes 20 movies, like 5 minutes into 20 different movies, just trying to find something on Shudder, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, HBO, Showtime. Like there's so much garbage out there, and it's also like really easy to. So yeah, but that's a thing that I do now. I don't suffer. I don't suffer through movies anymore. But that makes sense because like you used to be like, God, I spent like $4 to see this movie. Like I'm not gonna get my money's worth. Like, so you're funding your own misery? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so I don't usually unbox online, and I'm just like trying to distract myself from a headache. Trying to get my feet under me. Trying to like get into like a chill space where I can just kind of like putter around until 3 o'clock, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's 11:15. I don't even know what he wants from me, but this neighbor doesn't ever like holler at me, so okay. I don't usually receive mail like this, so I'm like, I see tape on it, but there's, it says pull to open. I want to make sure that I get the red part of it, because that's the plastic that's going to give me the follow through. What is that? Touching me. My keys, maybe? Something falling off of me? I'm like, weirdly, I'm like hypersensitive. I think that it's another manifestation of my nerve damage. That like, if a single hair falls on me, like, to me, that feels like a much larger object than a single hair strand. It feels like if, I'm trying to think, like, what's a good thing that, like, everybody would know? Oh, like a Tic Tac. As like a single strand of hair, like a Tic Tac falling on you. And like Tic Tacs are like roughly the size of insects, right? So like a strand of hair falling on me freaks me out. I'm horrible. I know I'm horrible. Like no one deserves to know me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you ever ran across me. Sorry, I'm like just doing that thing. Okay, so oh Matt, you're so just art. The art. Oh Matt, the art. It's just a blank poster board thingy. Which like this, for me, this is like canvas. Like I will do something legitimate with this, like 100%. 100%. I will paint on that. So that's cool. But yeah, the first thing I pulled out was like nothing. It's completely blank. And I was just being like, oh, it's a masterpiece. This is your best poster ever, Matt. But no. I was just being a jerk. Oh my dude, what? Oh! That's crazy! That is so cool. This is incredible. Okay, this is incredible. Not to, and I can also, like, I'm holding it up for you to see, and there's like all kinds of stuff I can see on the back too, so I'm just like, okay. Dino Jack fun packs are always incredible. They're always amazing and delightful, and they always so much joy. They have never been like this. Like this is intense. Okay. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh man, this is wild. Look at this giant Ziploc bag. I wonder, like, how long it took him to find this perfect size Ziploc bag, because it is so perfect size that I'm gonna have trouble getting it out of the Ziploc bag, so I'm not even taking it out of the Ziploc bag. I'm leaving the Tiny Toons in. Tiny Toons stays in. Ugh. The other part of going through any drug withdrawal is that, like, my hands aren't as steady, so that sucks, and I also would not be doing this with unsteady, druggy hands, but it is what it is. This is what we're doing today. Dude, what? Like, this is fully gonna be framed and in my kitchen. I don't know where the Tiny Toons is gonna end up. I'm thinking on my Xbox, because, yeah, or actually, this might be the dimensions to go in the back of a Detolf, or the side of a Detolf. The sides of my Detolf aren't really, like, on display, because I've got it kind of, like, back into a corner away from the sunlight. My life. This is incredible. Oh my goodness. Ah! How fun is it to drink, like, black, like, dark beverages? Like, wasn't that just, like, the most fun when you were a kid? It's like, if it turned your tongue colors, like, I was all about it. This is such a freaking work of art. Fuck. Oh my god. Can't even believe it. It's so... That's intense. That is intense. this is incredible. I actually have like, oh, like this wall, all of this wall. There's nothing on it, and I think what I'm gonna do is that's just gonna be like my Dino Drac wall, because like I've got such awesome things to frame and hang. I think I'll just put it like all in the same spot. This is awesome. It's such a moment. Like, the digitalization of the Apple is so reflective of the times. It's like, and it's not even, it's like paint marker, but it look, oh man, it's iconic. And this, when Apple Cinnamon Cheerios first came out, it was different. It was so much better. This was in our house all of the time. Like, we never ran out of Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. My dad loved it. My brother and I loved it. My mom might have liked it. I didn't like my mom, so I didn't pay attention to what she liked. That's so mean. I know. I wish that I could go back and like relive childhood, like not hating my mother's existence, but I can't. She was really awful to me, like really awful to me. She did not want a science fiction recluse at all. She did not want me at all. She wanted a girly girl. I did not even identify as a female person. I do now though. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like dumb to like bother with it, if you ask. Oh, what? Oh, dude, that's insane. It's a bumper sticker. Donatello's eyes are fully closed. Look at, his eyes are fully closed. That's so funny. Oh man, they're eating the turtle pies. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. What a great graphic. This is incredible. Yes. Is there a petition I can sign to bring back turtle pies? Did you guys sign the petition to have the coroner change the death certificate of Kurt Cobain to say the death is undetermined rather than suicide, because there's no possible way an investigation could have been done which concluded conclusively for real that it was suicide? Like, they marked it as a suicide before they got the toxicology report back. No one freaking does that. That doesn't happen. And it shouldn't have happened in that instance. But it's not like, it's just to change that on the death certificate. It's just to get it down in history. Like, this was not an investigation that concluded suicide. Suicide was assumed. And that's been the narrative that's been pushed. But it's inaccurate. Yeah, so American Spy Fox on YouTube is who started that petition. Oh, weird. It's like a card header, like, from a shop of cards that, like you could get Saturday Night Live cards, you could get Playboy cards, you could get Dino cards, which Matt has definitely sent dinosaur cards. A couple different dinosaur cards. Apparently there's all my children collectors cards. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. This is a rad little piece of nostalgia, but I feel like I need to find someone who will appreciate this more. I have limited space, you know. I have an aesthetic. It's cool. I like it. It's neat. And in lieu of packs of cards, because we usually get packs of cards, but in this, like, this 2D offering, I think that's really cool. There does seem to be... Okay. Sour Power Watermelon Candy Belt. Dang it, it has wheat in it. That's okay. I mean, if I have to take Delta 8, I'll eat it anyway, even though it has wheat in it. I mean, this is such a small amount. I wonder if it's like the sour straws, you know, and Airheads like put together. I don't know. It's neat. It's got like a legit like retro vibe to it, which is really cool. That would be funny if he sent out like expired rancid food goods. Like, I know he's got expired rancid food goods. Oh, cool! Okay, this is awesome. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? It's Grimace! It's the original Grimace, though, when he had 4 arms. And was like, he was a bad guy initially, I believe. But yeah, he had 4 arms. Original Grimace is so cool. Like, why does he need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? He needs 8 beverages? What even is Grimace? He's purple, and like, what? There's nothing purple on the McDonald's menu. It's so weird. I would love Grimace's uncle, the Shamrock Shake Grimace mascot. Dude, that thing is so weird looking. It's so cool. You should look up commercials because I'm sure they're on YouTube. Oh, I think you will have a hard time finding like a good quality commercial though. Although there are Shamrock Shake Grimace commercials. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is what I was just talking about. I don't think I made a video of it. I probably posted it online somewhere. I don't know. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, who knows. But I was like... I remember, like, because, like, okay, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World fruit snacks were on sale when I was at the grocery store, so I got a couple boxes of them, and I was like, it reminded me, or I don't know, why was I don't even know. I don't actually know now, but for some reason recently I was trying to remember what the fruit snack was that I really liked, and the package was like translucent, so you could like kind of like see like what flavor distribution you were gonna get, and yeah, I just like, I don't know why I was trying to remember what that fruit snack was, but I think it was this actually. I think it was this. The Sunkissed Fun Fruits. Like, the package that it came in was so thin and light colored, you could like see the fruit snacks through it. So that's neat. It's dinosaur themed, so that's cool. Can never go wrong with dinosaur themed. Okay, is that everything? I just want to make sure that's everything. What the? Is this double-sided, Matt? Shit. What the shit? Well, now I've got to, like, hang it so it can rotate. It is double-sided. It's double-sided. Dude, the Happy Meal Tiny Toons is double-sided. Oh, fucking, that's so cool. Sorry, I try not to swear, but, like, also, I just want to exist and not, you know, worry about it. Okay. Oh, this is like... This is what it's all about right here. Okay. Dino Drax Fun Pack Newsletter, Merry May 2022 edition. and there are 3 exclamation points bookending the Mary May 2022 edition. I don't have nearly proper enthusiasm. This is great though. Like, can you see? I don't know what you can see. I don't think you can even see anything. So there's Grimace, there's a fast food clip art, there's the Kool-Aid Man, there's a Ninja Turtle, there's the Hostess Turtle Pies logo, and there's a McDonald's brand logo. That like perfectly encapsulates what was in this pack, right? How cool is that? Mary May subscribers, this fun pack is unlike any I've done before, and it's the culmination of months of behind the scenes work. Whether it paid off or not is up to you, but FWIW, for what it's worth, I had a blast putting this one together. Mary May subscribers, this fun pack is unlike any I've done before, and it's the culmination of months of behind-the-scenes work. Whether it paid off or not is up to you, but for what it's worth, I had a blast putting this one together. Leading the charge is a vintage McDonald's Translight. For those who don't know, Translights are the flexible signs McDonald's used to, I couldn't think of what it was called, but I knew that it was a Translight. Are the flexible signs McDonald's used to hang inside their restaurants and by the drive-thrus, promoting everything from food items to Happy Meal toys. I spent what feels like a lifetime gathering enough of them all for you. While some are more desirable than others, I worked hard to make sure that all of them passed my arbitrary cool factor test. Gosh, now I want to see like what everybody got. Like we all got different ones? Like there's different ones? Oh, that's so cool. Not only are they great for a quick punch of fast food nostalgia, oh my god, like, I don't know what the other options were, but those Tiny Toons cars, like, I remember them and my life at that time so vividly. Like, life was so good around then, it's not even funny. Yeah, man, oh my gosh, like, my dad, like, wasn't in between jobs, and my mom was, like, really happy with the position he had in his job, so, like, things were, like, really peaceful, and, I mean, like, we had money to, like, go to McDonald's and get Happy Meals, like, without, you know, without any of the guilt trip, or the, like, no, we need food, not garbage, and I'm not paying for toys and all of that. It was just, like, it was just really cool. Good times. It's just the best. I actually dreamed of my childhood home last night. But I dreamed that I was like casing the joint or something. I don't know. I was like up in a tree house, and I climbed up to another level of the tree house, and there was a dead person there with like spy gear and a sniper rifle, and I was like, oh shit, that means I need to go to the door and talk to the owners of the home now. So I go to the door, and Frances Bean opens the door, except like half of her face is quite deformed, and she's really nice. She's also very blonde, and I'm like, hey, I like, there's a dead guy in the treehouse up there, and like, I'm really sorry. Like, I've been, you know, like lurking around, and I walked around the property. I put a note in your mailbox. Like, I'm so sorry if I contributed to any fear. Like, if you've got like a legitimate stalker situation, like, I'm so sorry. I just, like, this is my childhood home. I grew up here, and I was just hoping to catch you at a time, and I just wanted to walk through it and like try to like recover the good memories of my life, because the bad memories have kind of swallowed up a lot of it. And she was like, oh yeah, okay, that's okay. And she like actually invited me in, and I went up to the landing, because we had like a split level, so you go in the door, and then there's like stairs that go up, and here's the landing, and then the length of the hallway to the bedrooms. Well, you must not even meant to call me then, because like it did half a ring, dude. And then while I was on the landing, and I was looking down, and like there was like a wicker table in kitchen and a different wicker table, like white wicker, like 80s white wicker table in the kitchen. We never had wicker tables. I had wicker furniture. My bedroom furniture was wicker. I hated it. I never wanted it. I never wanted to get rid of my old bedroom furniture, but my mom is one of those, like, keeping up with the Joneses people, like, it's outdated. It's like, yeah, it's dope. It's awesome. Wicker furniture sucks, dude. It tears up your clothes. The drawers don't shut good. It's like, it's creaky. It's the worst. It's the worst. I hated it. I didn't set it on fire. Thought about it. I mean, I thought about setting that whole house on fire, like, a lot. And that wicker furniture would have burned so good, you know it would. But anyway, so I was looking down, and there's different white wicker tables, like big round kitchen tables, in the kitchen, and then it's the living room, but like the dining room is kind of like combined to it. We had a white sofa that no one in our family was allowed to sit on because it was just for looking at. We had a for looking at white sofa in the living room, and that's where our little TV was, and I mean, like, our TV was like this. Like, I was watching afternoon cartoons, Disney afternoon, on a TV literally this big. And that's how I played my video games as well. They just had two tables. I guess they were using that area of it as more of a dining room, which kind of makes sense because, like, the fireplace is there, and there's like a pass through from the kitchen. Like, there's a wall, and then there's a window pass through from the kitchen to that area, and that makes a lot of sense that you would just like hand food through there, hand plates back from there. Why didn't we ever have our dining room there, you guys? Crazy. Yeah, anyway, so I looked down at that stuff, and then, like, a friend of hers came over, and he was a brown kid. I don't know. He was a brown kid, and he was, like, talking about a pool or something, and then he was like, whose cat is this? And I was like, oh, it's my cat. But he set down, like, a gray cat, and I was like, oh, that's not my cat. Where's my cat? Because Grim was with me, and he was outside while, like, the door was still open. The front door was still open when I came in, and I was like, oh, that's not my cat. I gotta go find my cat. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Thanks. And I, like, ran out of the house, and I'm, like, running all around the house at this point, like, calling Grim's name, looking for him, just like, Grim, where are you? And then I finally see him, like, curled up, like, sleeping in the corner of the porch, and I'm like, oh, yay, and I get him, and then I wake up, and Grim is standing on the sofa looking down at me, and he meows, like, I mean, he's looking at me, like, I woke up, and he's looking at me, like, what the fuck? Like, you fucking left me outside when you went in the house? Like, I'm like, yeah, in retrospect, I shouldn't have done that. Like, why did I even have you with me to be up in the treehouse, and, like, why, you know, but it's a dream, you know, like, cut me some slack. Anyway, so, where was I? And, I knew it was a Translite, and that's why I was going to, I'm, like, well-versed in McDonald's and, like, toy stuff, because I come from toy people. My uncle's, like, huge into collecting, and he had every McDonald's display, every McDonald's toy ever. Like, he's a toy dealer. And, so, because it's a Translite, that's why I was going to put it on my Xbox unit, because there's the Xbox logo that lights up very brightly, but it's a big X because it's Xbox logo, and, like, yo, I'm not even about Xbox. Like, fuck Xbox. Like, when Xbox came out, I was like, fuck this shit. This mainstream fucking bullshit is gonna fucking pollute our community. Fuck it hard. Fuck Microsoft, right? And, you know, I only have the demo unit because of the memories of, like, assembling it myself with my team and my store and, like, I have just, like, such good vibes about this machine. And, I mean, we had Soul Calibur 3 on that mother, and, you know, like, it was just, yeah. So, when GameStop was like, we're disposing of this, I was like, fuck we are, I'm taking that home. So that's what I did. but I'm not big on Xbox. Like, I've been looking for something to put over that, and because it's a light, it's like, oh, like I hate to just like slap something over it. And so like this trans light actually is like the perfect thing. Dude. Dude, this is so cool. Yes. Like my goal is to make it like so that you don't at all know that it's an Xbox product, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. If it like I wish I could just like do things. I wish I could edit videos and stuff, you know, and like have you seen my Xbox demo unit lately? I still have not gotten all the stickers. I cannot believe I did this. I still have not gotten all the stickers off of the TV in it, but it's not the right TV that I want in it anyway. I have a Disney Princess pink and purple TV in it. Frickin' Arial is the volume control indicator, you know. That's not the TV that I want in the demo unit. But that's what's there. And then over where it says Xbox above it, that part that lights up, I have that covered with a Matrix, an online Matrix PC game, coming soon title header that hung in the store. And it's not like transparent at all, but it makes me a lot happier to look up and see the Matrix rather than Xbox. So, yeah, it's like rectangular though. It's like this. So if I put the trans light over that, it would be not optimal. And then on top of the demo unit is my Ready Player One action figures in the box. Obviously, they're from the movie, obviously, which is garbage, obviously. But like on account of them being Ready Player One, and on account of that being like my most valuable contribution to the internet, possibly, probably ever. I mean, tens of thousands of people allowed me to read Ready Player One to them. That's like, I never expected that in like at all. Never at all. It's such an honor, and I'm really proud of it. And it's also like, dude, how did I do that? Like, I can't even read a book. You know, like this is at a time in my life where I was surviving a very abusive roommate, and when I read Ready Player One, my landlord and maintenance had conspired to steal all of my pain medication, so I had no pain medication and was having to manage my pain with just alcohol. So like literally all my life was, when I read Ready Player One online, was waking up, doing basic maintenance, making myself presentable, which like I really didn't like. I mean, if you've seen that video, you know, like I really didn't do a whole lot there. And reading a couple of chapters, and then that was all I did that day for that period of time. That was all I was doing with my life. That was it. I did not do other things. And I would love to be able to read it again because it's been pulled, and have that available to you. Like if I had a website, or I don't know how I could do that. Like as soon as the movie went into production, my videos got pulled, and the movie is fucking garbage. So it's like they just fucking did that to fuck me up. So that sucks. But it's still, you know, it was made into a movie, and it was, you know, it's got a cool aesthetic. So when GameStop had the figures on clearance for like $4, I was like, all right, I'll jump. And then actually every Ready Player One piece of merchandise that I have is like bottom dollar GameStop clearance stuff. I've got 2 of the water bottles because the graphic of the water bottle is different on each side, right? Flanking the action figures, and then behind that is the Toy Story Pizza Planet, I want to say Play School playset, like the toddler one, you know? It's got the rocket on the side. It's Pizza Planet. It's the front of Pizza Planet. It's like, it's a playset about this wide, and it just like perfectly fits atop the demo unit. And yeah, so it's like, it's not like that's just video game related stuff, but it's kind of like virtual world stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it all pans out. But I think that like the circle just like illuminating the middle of the Tiny Toons Translite, like I think that'll be really dope. I feel like that was like, just like, what a tangent, and I'm just like, ugh, like, aren't you just supposed to be reading this? And it's like, well, yeah, and the reason that I stopped that and started talking about other things is because, like, I don't want to just be, like, talking at you, just, like, reading, you know, like, that's not engaging with me as much as other things, you know, so, Not only are they great for a quick punch of fast food nostalgia, but they're also just lovely pieces of art. You're each getting one of the smaller size Translite, which I strongly prefer because they're much easier to frame. Yes, also to transport. Oh my gosh, like big Translites is like scary. It's scary to handle a full-size Translite. 'Cause fragile. The Translites are roughly 13 by 5 inches square, but if you're looking to frame yours, just grab a 14-inch Studio Decor frame from Michaels. Bomb, dude! Thank you! That's fantastic! I'm not sure how I'm gonna rig that. Oh, yes I am. Yes I am. I am sure how I'm gonna rig that. Okay, so it, frames, right, have backs on them, and, I just need to get 2 of these 14-inch frames and take off the back that one of them comes with and put the glass in it. So I just need to buy 2 of the frames to preserve, put it in front of my, I don't know, I mean, no, yeah, I do. I'm gonna suspend it from where the, there's like holes for Xbox controllers to, you know, stick out like little T-Rex arms. Like, I love how demo units are like little T-Rexes. Don't you love that about them? Okay. Anyway, I don't have an Xbox in there. I do have an Xbox to put in there because I have a modded, regular, original Xbox that's just like every old school game. But right now I have a PS2, a slim PS2 in there, so I'm not using the things, I'm not using the controller arms, and there's holes, and I can suspend the frame from those holes over the, this is fantastic, this is so good, this is so good. I'm so glad I'm doing this because I really didn't realize that I was going to need to like have pen and paper handy and like be, you know, storyboarding stuff, and it's like, it is so much faster and easier to like verbalize through this than it is to like write. Like, yeah, so that's really cool. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for telling us like exactly what and where to get the frame. Yes, that's what I've been using, and they look tremendous displayed that way. Next, we have a 12 by 12 inch print featuring my vintage Ghoul-Aid collection for a dash of Halloween to take the sting out of the increasing heat. The oversized shape of this fun pack meant I could send these to you unfolded. P.S. These also look amazing in frames. Oh, for sure, it's gonna be so dope in my kitchen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I think that it's actually, it's too big for me to even consider putting it with, I'm planning a Ghostbusters, because I have like this much wall that like goes across. It's like the part of the kitchen where like all my neighbors, I live in an elderly community, all my neighbors have like those like blue and white china plates and those like copper like molds of like roosters and stuff, you know, but like I'm gonna have just like Ghostbusters there. Because I've got the, do we care about this? I don't know. I've got the the Ecto from the car popcorn bucket from the most recent release, and then also the Stay Puffed popcorn bowl from this most recent release, and other stuff because I like live for Ghostbusters. Yeah, so I won't even have to like think about putting it on that wall because it's too big for that, which is really nice. No conflict of interest. But I think that it will make like the perfect like transition from this face to this face. This adjacent wall, like having that like, yeah, brava, just incredible. Like, I so wish I could do this. Like, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to do this. Like, I 100% always wanted to do this, and like never got to the point in my disability journey, Etsy, career, whatever, popularity. Like, no one just like sends me money for me to, you know, do things. So yeah, no one pays for my content. Like, no one has ever paid for my content. So yeah, but like, monthly grab bags, are you kidding me? I'm all about that. Like, I freaking live to plan and throw parties, and there's nothing better than putting together the party bag for your party. That's just like, and this is like doing that for like so many people. It's like so cool. And I know that it's got to be like such a feat too. Like, it's got to be so much work. God, like, especially like this, like freaking crazy. I like had to make sure that my cat was nowhere around because he likes to chomp flat things, and like, do not go chomping this flat box, dear. Dear Grim, I will be very mad at you. Okay, where was I? Yes, the 12 by 12 print featuring my vintage Kool-Aid collection. I think that's so cool also that like he takes like high quality photos, and that's what we're getting. Like, he legitimately has the product in front of him. And boy, can that man compose a shot. Love it. What is falling? Okay. For a dash of Halloween to take the sting out of the increasing heat. Yeah, okay. Then there's a full-size vinyl bumper sticker calling for the return of our beloved Hostess Ninja Turtle pies, designed by my pal Mike, Ninja Turtle Pies, on Instagram, the world's leading authority on those disgustingly great snacks. Remember, they're Mondo delicious. You know that's true because they're filled with mutagen goo. That's vanilla pudding, dudes. Fantastic. Just like fantastic. This is just like, I freaking live for this. I love this so much. Like, you have no freaking idea. Keep digging and you'll find this month's 5x7 mini poster featuring the classic box of Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. Then there's a sticker starring the Evil Grimace. And I actually got 2 Evil Grimace stickers, so I really hope that somebody isn't missing their Evil Grimace sticker. I sincerely hope that, because like, this Evil Grimace is like such a trip. It's fantastic. Oh yeah, I should do that. So, like, a little voice in my head just told me that I should frame the little stickers and have them on display on the wall of the shelf that I have set up as like the coffin bean for Monster High. I don't actually have the coffin bean playset. I just have pieces from it that I've thrifted over the years, and I'm actually very excited that they are going to be re-releasing that according to Target employees, I guess. I don't know. like it seems like very solid that they are going to be reproducing the Coffin Bean playset, and I'm not sure like how accurate that information is. However, before everyone was like on this hype train with Monster High coming out, I never got off the Monster High hype train, by the by, and I was searching for Monster High something, and I saw a Coffin Bean playset that was just alternate colors. Like, I don't really remember that there was anything different about it. It was just alternate colors, and I was like, I like that so much better than the one that I have seen. So I'm not gonna buy any more Coffin Bean parts, because if that colorway is out there, I want that. And then I went looking for this alt colorway, which, like, first of all, I am like OG Monster High, okay? Like, everything they did, like, it was trademarked, and I was like, so, it was like, what, that there was an alternate colorway of the Coffin Bean playset that I wasn't already aware of until last year. But it seems like maybe what happened is I accidentally ran across the reproduction Coffin Bean playset that is coming out. See, at the time when I found it, we didn't even have word that there was going to be a repro Coffin Bean playset or anything at all. Like, it was like Monster High is going to come back. We didn't know it was going to be Conk Couture or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, is frame those in my Monster High Coffin Bean shelf. I use IKEA Finby shelves to display my Monster High dolls. I find that it's very effective because most of the shelves are adjustable in it, and it gives you what is it? 4 display spaces where dolls can fully stand, and 1 where they can sit in chairs. So it's nice. And yeah. The other idea that I had to do with them was to like collage them into like a larger frame when I get more of them, but like I think this is way cooler. I think it'll be way cooler to have them in the Monster High display. Yep. Featuring the classic box of apple cinnamon Cheerios. Yes. Then there's a sticker starring the Evil Grimace. You'll also find a promo sheet of vintage trading cards. Promo sheet, that's what it's called. Plus a couple of sour power belts to provide a sugar rush before you go hang all of your cool new art. Whew. Hope you all dig this month's fun pack. There will never be another one quite like it. I feel like that is very true. This is like, man, this is so incredible. I've only done the art challenge once. I've only had the spoons and the ability to do the art challenge one time. I did Power Rangers Freddy Krueger, and I'm actually really proud of it. I really hope I can do this. Oh my gosh, what's it going to be? I'm so excited. So Dino Direct Fun Pack has an art challenge, and you're supposed to use the back of the Fun Pack newsletter to draw the art challenge, like do the art challenge. And I've actually I look for people doing the art challenges online, and I haven't found them yet. But like, it's so cool, you know. And it's also great if people are just like not putting their whole lives online, you know, like they're doing it and just keeping it to themselves. Like, I'm not trying to like judge that. I mean, I've been keeping it to myself like hex. So yeah. Plus, people are just like busy and have lives, you know. I've got nothing but time to kill. Being all disabled is like being retired. Give any McDonald character a punk makeover, bro! Ronald Grimace, Birdie, heck, even the Fry Guys. Take your pick, make them punk, and draw and color the results on the back of this sheet of paper. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Have you met me? Yeah, I will fully punkify. Who will I punkify? Oh my gosh. That is so fun. That's such a great idea, dude. That's rad. Oh man, now I'm like fucking ravenous to see what people do. Hey, isn't it like super weird that there's a Sex Pistols series coming out and it's like a period piece type of Sex Pistols? I think it's called Pistols and I don't know which platform it's gonna be on. But I'm just like, fucking why? Like, why? Why? But I watched the trailer of it and actually, like, I feel like it's cast really well. Like, I feel like Sid and Johnny are like, I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I'm freaking bummed that I don't have like my significant other, I guess. I've never had a significant other in my life who was into punk music and like lived for the Sex Pistols like I do. But like I feel like that would be a trait that a significant other life partner would have, that we would share that. And it's like, but I mean, I don't. Just sucks that I'm gonna be watching that alone, because I know there's people out there who live for punk like I do. But whatevs, you know. Okay. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. I don't have a pencil in front of me. Okay. This is really nice too. I usually open. I don't know if it's something wrong with me or if I'm just like doing things better than everyone else in a way, but like I usually open Dino Direct Fun Packs like at the very end of my day. It's like if I got all my chores done, like if I did everything I needed to, and I still have spoons to open a thing, then like yeah, but like I don't begin my day with a privilege and risk like not having the spoons to do what needs to be done, you know, which is yeah. It's definitely a disability thing because like spoons obviously, but like I'm also just like I want to have earned privileges. I think I was raised really messed up. Well, I know I was raised really messed up, but yeah, like it's like a treat. It's like a treat that I give myself at the like cuz I was good. And I like it like that. Like I just like to treat myself, you know, like I'm like my own parent and I'm taking good care of my little self and that's how I live and that's how I do. 5 Fallen Fast Foods, essay by Matt from Dino Draft. 5 Fallen Fast Foods, 5 Fallen Fast Foods, 5 Fallen Fast Foods, 5 times fast. 5 Fallen Fast Foods, 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 5 times fast. Was that 5 times? I don't even know. I'm all about alliteration. This is that was just like super fun for me. I just like really get off on alliteration. Always have. Well, since this fun pack was already going to make you hungry for fast food, I thought I'd double down with this month's essay. Let me tell you about 5 discounted fast foods that I desperately want to eat again, or eat for the first time in one case. I hope this list sparks memories of your favorite fallen fast foods. I also hope it makes you zip out to the nearest drive-thru for something with 3 patties and way too many fries, because I am secretly evil. First on the list, hate you, Wendy's pitas. The salads at Wendy's have long been my favorite for many of the major fast food joints, but these pitas were next level. Available in the late 90s and early 2000s, the way those warm, bready pockets blanketed gobs of salad was legendary. There were 4 varieties available, but real ones knew that the best choice was the Garden Ranch Chicken Pita. Stuffed with perfectly cubed white meat chicken and enough greens to feed 15 rabbits. Oh, man. Because of my location, where I live in the Midwest, we are a product testing area, and Wendy's new things roll out here before anywhere else. So those were in my life longer than anyone else had them. And I curse and verbalize every time I'm at a Wendy's that they're no longer there because I'm still not okay with it. Those were amazing. I can't even eat them now. Like, I'm sure pita's got wheat in it, and I'm not going to eat fast food chicken. Like I'll eat meat if it's conscionably raised and doesn't have hormones and antibiotics and all that in it. But like, you pay a lot for conscionably raised chicken. It's not a fast food item. So I couldn't even eat it now, but I still am angry that I can't look at a beautiful picture of it. Those fresh stuffed pitas were fucking bomb. There are some other things that Wendy's has had that, like, what the fuck? Like Wendy's, don't you want to be like the higher end McDonald's? Like, what are you even doing? Like, are you not even trying? Because Wendy's had freaking grilled paninis that were awesome. I don't actually know if grilled paninis like made it out of our test area. It might have just been something here. It's so weird, like, that's a thing. My high school was also the first high school to be fully equipped with surveillance cameras. Test locations. Just like fucking people from Kansas are guinea pigs, I guess. Blackjack Taco. Available on October 31st, 2009 at select Taco Bell locations, the best thing about the Blackjack Taco was that it was free! Specifically made for Halloween, these were otherwise ordinary Taco Bell tacos with eerie black shells. Imagine capping off a night of costume mayhem with a free goth taco. Of all the fast food promotions I missed, this one stings the most. For real, bro. I also missed that. 2009 was like the height of my disability. I was like bedridden in 2009. And man, I so wanted that. I don't think that we ever did that. I don't think my boyfriend and I don't think that we followed through on that one. I'm pretty sure I would remember eating a goth taco on Halloween. Pretty sure. Yeah, and I tune in every freaking Halloween, and why don't they bring it back? Like, why? Maybe it was poison. A little poison doesn't kill you, right? Chicken McNuggets Shanghai. Through a 2022 lens, McDonald's attempt to celebrate Chinese cuisine would be viewed as clumsy at best, but if you can forgive the cultural insensitivity in those old TV spots, the presentation was aces. Have you ever received ornate boxes of McNuggets and a pair of chopsticks along with limited edition sauces including teriyaki? Each meal even came with an individually wrapped McFortune cookie. The weird thing about this is that they didn't roll this back out for Mulan. Isn't that like, because we were still culturally insensitive when Mulan happened, and I feel like it would have flown. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what did McDonald's have going on around that time? Maybe they weren't really doing their best. I'm trying to think of like the toys from like the Mulan year. I don't know. It's like, this is what I'm going to like use my ability to look at a screen for a limited time. I'm gonna investigate why McDonald's didn't bring back the Shanghai nuggets for Mulan. So when was Mulan? It was the 90s. It was like 94 or something, right? Was it 94 or 96? I don't know. I don't remember. It's not important. I actually don't remember if I ever got one. I certainly never got like my own. I might have shared one. I just remember the commercials. Most of my life is just like a collection of commercials I remember from my childhood. Like, I don't know. Like if you could just like download like my brain It's such garbage. It's such useless garbage. Like, I don't remember things that are important, but commercials from the 80s, I'm on it. Roy Rogers Wild Wings. I have never eaten at Roy Rogers in my life. They always seemed like sketch to me, and I don't know why. I don't think that they were, but like something about it just seemed off, and I've never eaten at a Roy Rogers. I think I have entered one. I think I've used the bathroom at one. I think I've met people at one and sat there at the table, you know, silently judging other people. I don't know. I mean, realistically, that would be what I was doing at the time. You know, if I was there, like, in my teenage years. So I don't know about this one. But if you've never experienced Roy Rogers fried chicken, just know that it's objectively the best there's ever been. Whoa. If you've never experienced Roy Rogers fried chicken, just know that it's the best there's ever been. It's objectively the best there's ever been. Whoa, that's quite a claim. Maybe I should have eaten there. These Wild Wings kept that can't miss recipe, but changed the presentation to something closer to buffalo wings. What really made this limited time promo pop were the wild dipping sauces like Honolulu honey and meltdown mustard. Oh, that's fun. To this day, Wild Wings remains my all-time favorite menu item at Roy's, and I'll never understand why they didn't keep them around permanently. Okay, these were available in 1988 and 1989. Yeah, man, I've never eaten at a Roy Rogers. I think we had, like, 2 around here. Oh, man. Ghost Pepper Nuggets. Available during the 2021 Halloween season, you may have caught me raving about these on social media. No, I wasn't just caught up in the moment. They really were that good. With a sincere spice that felt wholly incorporated into the nuggets. Plus, they advertised them with posters covered in shadowy ghosts. I very sadly did not get Ghost Pepper Nuggets. The McDonald's app does not work on my phone. I continue to be bent out of shape about it because McDonald's continues to have things that I wish to obtain. And, yeah. Just wasn't in a place with my local friend who drives me places, to, like, float that idea, you know, because, like, anything that I want to do, like, if I want something myself that I can obtain myself, it's like, well, I have the option of asking people who have cars and are not disabled to take me to go do the things, but, like, I really hate to do that. Like, you have no idea how much I hate to do that. Even though, like, I would be ecstatic to share the experience with someone, and, like, you know, if I had a friend who was also enthusiastic about novel fast food, then that would be awesome. The other issue is that I would not be able to consume these so much. I could put them in my mouth and chew them up, but I have to spit them out, and, like, going with someone to do that is, like, I mean, that's what you have, like, a bestie for. That's what you have, like, a significant other for. I feel like that's not acquaintances who are kind enough to drive you somewhere. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't, like, I don't want to be that person. So I completely missed out on them, and I'm really disappointed because, like, rarely is any fast food spicy thing, like, spicy enough for my liking. I like really spicy food. I'm like, I know I'm really, really white, but, like, do not judge this book by its cover. I like heat. I guess I get that from my dad, who is also just as white as I am, by the by. But he carried hot sauce everywhere he went. Like, literally, like, had hot sauce in his glove compartment and took it into every restaurant that we ever went to, put it on absolutely everything. And that's a legitimate practice because like food doesn't have enough flavor. So I don't know, maybe that's why I like it. I certainly didn't do that. I didn't eat his stuff that he was like doctoring with spicy stuff, but when I you know, got to be when I got to be a teenager, I dated my first boyfriend that I dated, had a lot of like Mexican in his family, and his family went out to Mexican restaurants, and so that was the first time that I had it in my awareness that I have a higher tolerance for spicy food than most white people do, I guess. Yeah. Which is like so stupid. Like that anyone would like be like, "Oh wow, you're a special catch because you're really white and you like spicy food," is like fucking gay. That's fucking gay as fuck. It's so fucking gay. I had to go back in time and just say it's fucking gay, like it is fucking gay. And now we'll get out of the 90s and it's not okay to say gay like it's a derogatory statement, okay? But yeah, anyway. Like people are really, really stupid. People are really like en masse. People are so stupid. And it continues to be annoying. Like going to any like any Indian restaurant, any Mexican restaurant, and like having to like communicate I do have to communicate. Like they see me and like they do not give me the heat that I want. And it's like, yeah, man, frustrating. It's frustrating. So I was really excited about that. Like, dude, because fucking Wendy's had spicy nuggets and they were just like so disappointing. And then Burger King had spicy nuggets and they were even more disappointing than Wendy's spicy nuggets. And yeah, so like, if they don't bring... Maybe we need to like get on this now and like start petitioning McDonald's. It's like, so it's come to my like, because we do have this like problem, like because Taco Bell, like, why can't they make a black taco? How fucking hard is that, right? So maybe we should be McDonald's. Like, hey McDonald's, Halloween's coming up. Like, I hope you're rolling out those ghost pepper nuggets again because gosh, some of us didn't get to try those, and gosh, some of us sure did like those, and gosh, why don't you? Because Halloween is fun. Halloween is like the universal holiday. It's like, it's non-denominational. Everybody loves Halloween, except Christians. Christians hate Halloween because Halloween is of the devil, because everything fun or interesting or not in the fucking Bible is of the devil. I'm of the devil. I'm of the devil. I am legitimately saved several times. Several times. People keep performing the saved ritual upon me, this holy water ritual of Christianity, because they just adamantly believe that I'm a fucking demon. So, like, I am, like, several times saved. I pray to God. I pray before I eat. I just, like, I'm not gonna buy everything in the Bible. Like, I'm not an idiot. Like, you would have to be an idiot to just, like, literally apply the Bible to your life. So because I'm not an idiot, I'm deemed demonic, which is fine. Actually, it's really annoying because, like, Christians, like, ugh, they're like magnets to me, like moths to flame. Like, oh, can we save you? Can I lay hands and heal you? And it's like, oh, sure, you can. Yeah, but I mean, it's not going to heal me. I mean, I believe in miracles. I continue to believe in miracles for everyone and myself. Like, that for everyone comes first, and it always will, because I do not want an end to my suffering if it's not an end to the suffering. So that's a condition that I put on my own healing. But whatever. I just, like, there's got to be a solution for severe nerve damage. Like, there's got to be a solution, and there's just not money in it, so the medical industry isn't, like, interested. But anyway, yeah, chronic Lyme disease is an incurable condition. Endometriosis is an incurable condition, and there's nothing you can do to heal nerve damage, except marijuana has shown some improvement in that. Not in humans, I don't believe, but yeah. So, whatever. What was I talking about? Christians, magnet, moths to flame, me, yes. Oh, so annoying. Because, like, I guess I present as someone who is ungodly, like an ungodly heathen who needs to be saved, when in reality, like, I am love and light. I'm the most honest person you'll ever meet. I have, like, more integrity, better work ethic. Like, I'm, like, fucking, like, I am more Christian than most people who claim to be Christian, and I will not claim to be Christian. I fuck religion. Fuck religion. Fuck it all. Fuck all religion. Religion is divisive. Spirituality is fine. Religion is divisive. And yeah, so I will never claim to be Christian, but I subscribe to Christ consciousness. Like, whether or not he existed is irrelevant. Like, what would Jesus do? Like, try to be good to people. Like, treat yourself as you want to be treated. Like, these are good ideas. This is good. This is promoting love upon the earth. This is spreading peace upon the earth. So it doesn't matter whether he existed or not. The fact of him being a thought that, like, I mean, you could subscribe to, like, Harry Potter consciousness if that helped you. If that was what provided you a compass to better navigate your life and like, adhere to morality, adhere to societally imposed morality standards. I'm not sure exactly how to say that, because, like, the issue of morality, like, morality is kind of subjective, right? But yeah, like, Jesus could be a fictional character, and I'm just illustrating that point. Like if Harry Potter is how you navigate life, like, that's cool. My Harry Potter is Jesus Christ consciousness. But yeah, I subscribe to Christ consciousness. I'm not a Christian. I will never be a Christian. I've done all the rituals. I'm totally saved, and I behave very Christian. And I'm like, you know, I try not to swear, but, like, I really don't think that the designer of the Matrix, like, gives a flying fuck about what words I use. I think that intention trumps all, and as long as I'm not directing hatred at other people using profanity, then, like, I don't sweat it so much. But shit. I don't. It's a stone. I'm not sure what it is, but it's really cool, and I keep fiddling with it because I'm fiddling with it. I'm also bouncing my left leg. I don't even want to look at the clock. It's probably not. There's probably so much time left to kill before I've got to go downstairs and see what this neighbor wants from me. He might just have a package of mine, because his apartment number is, like, one number removed from mine, so he gets my mail sometimes. And he might not. He might not want that from me at all. I don't know what he wants. So just trying to, like, stay up for that. But yeah, what was I saying? I was talking about Christianity. I'm so annoying. Oh, yeah, that I'm, like, a better Christian than people who claim to be Christians. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Like, ask anyone who, like, knows how I conduct myself IRL, and you will, like, wow. Especially, like, if you're behind the scenes and it's like, oh, I'm so gracious and patient, and, like, then we get out of the social setting where that patience and grace was required, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it was so hard to hold on to my grace in that moment. Oh my gosh, like, I was gripping so hard. I was about to, you know, like, I mean, I'm somebody with a history of, like aggressive violence, like, and it's because I was violently abused that I became, you know, violently physically angry. But, like, I also have been very violent with just my mouth, my tongue, and like, I don't like, I do not go off on people. I do not do that anymore. But it's not that I don't, like, have that impulse. It's not that I'm just like, oh, like, don't, like, Jesus has cleaned me of the urge to, like, nah, bro. Like, I have, like, 20 years behind me, 20 years of a rut of pattern established, wherein if somebody pisses me off, I let them know about it. And it's like, you know, I don't know. It's just I've met so many Christians, and it's just like it's just weird that like the way that they're like, oh well, no, I'm saved now, so I don't even have urges anymore, and God will heal me of my addiction, so I don't have to worry about that. Like, and it's like, no, you actually do totally have to still manage your mind and create new neural pathways to establish new behavioral ruts to fall into so that you don't fall into old negative behavioral ruts. Because, by the way, the neuroplasticity, it doesn't work like, oh, I don't want to have that anymore, so I'm just going to not think that anymore, I'm just going to not do that anymore. Neuroplasticity works by allowing you to create a new path. And by the way, the neuroplasticity that we see in our brain, that's reflected in like what we consider to be God and his creation. And whatever choice you make, whatever path you choose, like, there's no wrong way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. Like, if you're never doomed. You're never doomed. It's never too late for you. It's never too late to change your mind. It's never too late to change your life. It's never too late to quit an addiction. It's never too late to start a new hobby. And that's because of neuroplasticity. Because a new path is created for your intention. But it's a replacement thing. It's a substitution factor. It's not like you don't get to just like bar off, like you can't dead end the path that you've been taking. You can't do that. You've got to provide a new place for that neural synapses to fire out. Anyway, I don't know if this is like, I like, if I'm not talking about like Monster High dolls, toys, or nostalgic stuff, I guess I'm like talking about this stuff. I don't know. I'm just, I don't even know how I got onto this subject. See, this is why it would be like really good for me to have conversations with people in real life, and you know, like, but you can't even do that because, like, for one, I don't think people really know how to converse in real life anymore. Like, but in my experience, people are like, oh, they're so impressed with me. Like, they're really impressed with me, and so like whatever I have to say, they just sit wrapped, and they don't have anything to contribute themselves. They don't interrupt me, like if I'm talking like this, like no one interrupts me, like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, you know, like everyone is just, I don't know, like, do I just look like the stupidest fucking person on the face of the earth? Do I look like so fucking retarded that you're just impressed that I can put sentences together? I don't know. I know I'm pretty, and people don't think that I should be smart because of that. That people all of my life are like, oh wow, I did not think you were gonna be intelligent because you're pretty. I'm like, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. At least I'm getting not pretty anymore. Like, I mean, I'm getting older. And age is not beauty, is it? No, it's not. Um, but yeah, the judging a book by a cover, like, that really sucks. And I was just talking on Facebook, like, oh my gosh, there's like something going around on Facebook where people, like, what is it? It's like a thing, and this girl is sharing, she's like, so I was in some kind of gaming scenario, like she had like a partner that was an 11-year-old, and he said that her voice was hot, and he asked if she had a boyfriend, and she was like, well, I'm 30 years old, but I wish you the best. And he was like, oh, okay. And she was like, 11-year-olds take rejection better than adult men. And I was like, not really. You're completely out of his age range. Like, at no point in time has it ever been remotely acceptable for an 11-year-old to go out with a 30-year-old person. Like, you're off of his radar map. And, like, my experience with that is, like, yeah. Because I look so much younger than my actual age, how many years younger than I am do I look? Okay, I gotta do some math here. Okay, so, which is 5 is, okay, so I look 15 years younger than my actual age. That's the oldest anyone ever says, is 15 years younger than my actual age. And because of that, I have a whole fucking lot of experience of, like, talking to someone, getting to know them, like, things seem pretty cool, and then when my age is revealed, it's like a light bulb goes on over their head, and, like, they become a disgusting, boring, useless person just instantly. It's like you can see them be like, oh, I thought you were off the table, but you're totally meat on my table. You're not too young for me. Shit. You know, everybody thinks that I'm too young for them, and, like, that's fucking beneficial. And, like, I'm not trying to deceive people about my age. I just look 15 years younger than I am, like no makeup whatsoever. So it's not, you know, like, it's not like I couldn't try less. I literally could not try less. and I actually do try. Like, my punk mullet is for that intention, as well as just my comfort and my personal preference. Like, I look so much younger with a full head of hair. Like, people, oh my goodness. Like, so that's something that I do, because I'm really not trying to deceive people. And, but because of that, it does keep me not safer, but just, like, it's just fucking obnoxious, like, to be a semi-attractive. I mean, my body is fucking banging. My body fucking bangs. But it is, like, really annoying to be a semi-attractive female person, because you're treated like a piece of meat everywhere you go. Whether it is by masculine lesbians, bisexuals, or by actual cisgender men, doesn't matter. It's like, it sucks. It really sucks. And you cannot have a genuine relationship, like, with anyone who wants to fuck you, because they're gonna be on, like, that best behavior, because they're, you know, they're putting all the shiny up front because they're trying to win something. So, like, the conversation just becomes immediately disingenuous and pointless. So, I do not allow people, because people in the community are like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how young she was, and, like, they'll, like, other new people will come and will be like, oh yeah, but you'll never believe. And I had to like talk to them about it. Honestly, I had to be like, look, when older men find out that I am within what they consider an appropriate age for them to be sleeping with a younger woman, it is problematic for me, because then I have another dog barking up my tree. So I need you to not advertise that I am much older than I appear to be. It is very much for my comfort and safety that I don't advertise, and don't allow people to advertise my age to people in my apartment building. I already have so many dogs barking at my tree. I always do. I always have. It kind of sucks. Like, it cheapens like relationships quite a bit. I think that just, like, the word love and, like, all of it is just kind of, like, cheaper to me, because I've had so much of it presented to me throughout my life. But I mean, I am awesome. Like, I'm the coolest person you'll ever meet. But I mean, I hope you're lucky enough to meet me, but I'm definitely the coolest person that you'll ever meet, and like hands down the coolest girl you'll ever meet, because girls is not like me. And like, yeah, like I'm not like, there's other cool girls definitely, but like, dude, I've met a lot of people. I've met a lot of people, and and consistent feedback that I get across the board, every fucking age group, every walk of life, is like, everyone is just like, wow, wow, Mindy, you are the coolest person I've ever met. And yeah, so I mean, I'm not conceited, I am convinced. I have heard it so many years, so consistently, that it is undeniable. And the same thing with like my beauty, like the fact that I'm attractive, which like I'm not. I mean, I am. I definitely am. But like when I was younger, oh my god, I was like drop dead. Oh, my phone fell. I was like drop dead gorgeous when I was younger. And it just like I didn't see that in myself or of myself. Like I didn't look in the mirror and think like, oh wow, I'm beautiful. I didn't feel beautiful or anything. Um, so like it's not conceit. I'm just convinced. You convinced me. I just heard it so much. Um, and you know, it's one thing when like smarmy guys. It's one thing when like guys that like want to fuck you, you know, want to date you. I I I have some jaded. I'm somewhat extremely jaded about the dating scene. I don't do that, and it's one thing to have like guys who want to get with you, like telling you these things, and it's like a whole other thing to have the rest of humanity doing it. So yeah, I believe it. I believe it now. And I mean, I love myself. I feel beautiful because I am a good person. I do good things. I take care of myself. I take care of my body and my cat, and I'm a good friend to everyone. I'm as best friend as I can be to every friend that I've ever had. And like I love myself unconditionally, no matter what I look like. I like I really like can't do anything to myself that I don't just see myself, um, which is really interesting because I feel like I lose myself and I get myself back when my hair gets grown out, like when my mullet gets grown out, like oh, like I feel all out of sorts. And um, like I don't notice it, I don't realize it until I cut it all off again, and then I'm like, oh, there I am. It's like carving a pumpkin or something. It's really an interesting thing that I would really like to discuss with people and like understand the psychological and spiritual implications of all of this. But I don't have conversations like that with anybody in real life. I just, you know, throw this shit out into the void, and it just, I mean, it doesn't really bounce off of anybody. I've never, not, I mean, not since before YouTube was, I mean, YouTube is a cesspool now, a fucking cesspool. But back when it wasn't like that, and it wasn't monetized, and people were not YouTubers for their career for the most part, there was a couple, but, you know, I didn't even have much audience engagement when I had 1,000 followers, so it is what it is. I don't know. I guess it's just, I don't know. I don't know, but you know, I keep putting myself out there and hoping that like minds will find me. And I did not label this video that it was a Dino Drag opening. I didn't know that I was doing that, honestly. I was just like, I gotta make a video because I, like, honestly, like, for real, like, my addiction to my phone, to the internet, is such that I was not able to stay off of my phone. Like, I was like, I need to kill time. That's what phones are for, right? And I wasn't able to do that, so I needed to like put my phone out of commission. Like, I can't fucking like be on it now. I mean, I've had to fiddle with this. I actually have, which, dude, you guys, like, see, this should be a separate video, but whatever. I don't know if these are still in stores. I got them at Walmart, but they're sensory devices, and they're like blind bag things. I think they're supposed to go with some kind of electronic thing, and these are the add-ons, but just the blind bag things that you can get are so great. This bristle one especially. I really like this bristle one. It's really good. Bristle one. It just feels like I'm a cat with my hackles up and someone is like petting me and I'm like, oh no, I'm a safe kitty, I'm a soft kitty. Yeah. This ball is like nice if I need to like have something like really fiddly with while I'm doing like other fiddly things, but yeah, this is so this is what they're like. I don't know. I don't remember if they're called candy bars. I think they might be, but like they're in like candy bar packaging. Like it legitimately looks like it would be an edible thing. It is not. It is, however, completely awesome if you have like sensory, like for a fidget toy. Like I want to get so many more of these. These little clicky knobs, these are really cool because there's vertical and horizontal. I like to try to like do them both at the same time like a freak. I mean, with, you know, my I mean, it would be like sitting on the table and I'd be down here like because it's actually pretty difficult for my brain to process that. I don't know if that's traumatic brain injury. I definitely used to like be better at hands doing different things. But yeah, I like to do the vertical one and the horizontal one. It's a challenge. This one is probably my least favorite get. These puzzles, when they had like pictures on them, you know, remember how like those little puzzles that you would get that you slide the tiles to create the picture and mess up the picture, and it had the little circle for the space that, you know, so you could hold your place. Remember how the paint on those would get like tacky and smear and come off? It like that had to be so toxic, right? Oh my goodness. Like you'd get done with one of those puzzles and it would be like smeared and like nasty looking and like, oh yeah. But the reason that this is my least favorite get of all of my candy bar sensory toy things from Walmart is that it doesn't slide all that easily and it doesn't have any kind of image on it whatsoever. Like even if it had, which I guess I could draw it on if I wanted to, like squiggly lines and dots, like just like something, you know, because it doesn't have a smooth tactile thing, like those actual little mini puzzles that like they're totes things that would be in my gift bags from my parties, by the by. Yeah, like it's just like when something like sticks and it like, no, it's terrible. I also have gripe about the maze because I feel like the ball bearing that they used for the maze is the same size that they used for this little thing here, which is like a teeter-totter where the balls roll. Yeah. I feel like they shouldn't have used the same ball bearing size as they did because the ball in the maze does not have enough weight to it, and like I'm well versed in these maze type things. Those like Plex balls that are like there's like 80 steps to get the spherical mazes. I love those things. So like I'm not new to like plastic maze toys, you know, like I know what I'm talking about. They should have done this differently. It doesn't have the sufficient weight to make it through the maze. You can do it, but it's like, okay, it's like when you're playing a video game and like the hit detection is not good because it wasn't made well, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, just off the top of my head, this is really funny, this is really fucking funny, you guys, because like the very first thing that I think about when I'm talking about video games that are frustratingly not fun because they are not made well, Tiny Toon Adventures on the NES. I loved that game though. It had terrible, like, gauging a jump and hit detection was rotten on it, but I loved that game because like Tiny Toons was really special. Like Looney Tunes was, I mean, we all watched Looney Tunes obviously, but like Looney Tunes was like old school. Like you could feel that it was old. I mean, it was set to like freaking like classical music, you know. It felt old, and Tiny Toons was like, it's like Looney Tunes, like for us, and it was super cool. I was totally allowed to watch Tiny Toon Adventures, and I did so at my grandma's house because we didn't have cable at all. Was Tiny Toon Adventures on in the afternoon? It might have been. Was it before or after Animaniacs? It might have been. I don't know. That's the other thing. I've got to use the internet to find out. I want to know the schedule of Disney Afternoon and like the 62 Kids Crew, like for every year that I was watching it. Like it would just help me like date things in my life, and you know, like here I'm like wondering like, did I watch Tiny Toons like at home ever? See, and the thing is, like, it could have been on TV then, and I could have been not in front of the TV for its time slot. So, yeah. But if you didn't have cable in the 80s and 90s, like, it was a different world. You were living in a different world than kids who had cable. Trust. Things were also like really different back then. Like my mom can be a very demanding and forceful woman, and somehow when we were a kid, she like finagled the cable company to provide us with a cheaper tier of cable that did not exist at all. My mom was like, I want these channels and these channels and these channels, and I will not have this piping into my home at all for my children to see, and I will not be subscribing to your service. Like, I mean, yeah, like, I guess they were really worried about losing her as a customer. And, you know, I think the other thing about my mom and the way that she parented me is that usually when you encounter a parent who is like, that is not appropriate for my child, I don't want them exposed to media, I don't want them watching this, like, you know, like, usually when I encounter other kids who they weren't allowed to watch cartoons and movies and, you know, like, music videos and stuff, like, it's because their parents were really religious. And that is not my mom at all. We were not raised with religion at all. It was not a religious decision. It was not because it was ungodly, or, you know, it was just whatever she deemed inappropriate. And she worked very hard. Both of my parents worked very hard to provide a life for me that was true to their 50s upbringing. And I appreciate them for that now. I hated it back then. I think it's also like one of the reasons that I get along so well with older people is that, like, I'm not a boomer, but I was like raised like one. Like, my parents intentionally were like, we are going to raise our daughter like she was born in the 50s, and that is how that went. But yeah, so at one point we had cable TV because, like, okay, you barely had TV in Kansas if you didn't have cable TV. Like, there was no channel that you could watch on non-cable TV with any amount of antenna that was just a clear picture. And I think that, like, that was the reason that she was, you know, even trying to get cable, because it was just, we had like 3 channels that we could watch and none of them were clear ever. So yeah, so the cable company like created a package of cable that we had. It was so weird, you know. Oh, the other reason that the cable company would have done this is because my mom did home daycare. So like she had like good arguments. She had really good arguments for wanting it. But like that whole like Karen meme thing that's like going around the internet, like, dude, my mom is 100% a Karen. Oh my god. Like her like peering at the name tag, making eye contact, and then like proceeding to condescend to everyone serving us is just like, oh, like I've been like apologizing with my eyes to everyone in the service industry all of my life. No joke. She's like the worst. She wants special treatment. She's always the exception to the rule. She does not take no for an answer. The customer is always right, and she's not in the right most of the time. She wants something. She just wants her way. But you know, kudos for her. She's you know, she's had to be a woman in a world where women are second-class citizens. So you know, much more so than I've had to be. But like also my experience with that is that like because I didn't identify as a female, like I didn't take on that victim mentality that females have where they consider themselves to be second-class citizens. Like I was like, I don't fucking give a fuck what they think of fucking women. I'm not a fucking woman. I'm not a fucking female. You're just fucking wrong about it. I was just fucking born wrong, you know? And I mean, I was wrong about that, but I wasn't aware that I was wrong about that. Did not love my female form until like 2010. Maybe 2008 or something. I don't know. It's whenever I discovered EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, the tapping. What is it? Okay, it's this, 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 this. Yeah. Yeah, and I was like I felt so stupid doing it. It felt so stupid. I'm like, I'm tapping on myself. Like all it was doing for me really was like it's transferring oils all over my body. It's giving me zits wherever I tap. Fuck this, you know. But I kept doing it, and tapping is what unlocked that for me. Like there was a whole lot. Like I have always been trying to appreciate my female figure, especially because I actually have like a really nice female figure. Like there's no reason to be hating on it. And it was that was just what finally penetrated that wall, so that I could experience unconditional love for myself. It was the Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT. It was tapping with Brad Gates. I always take Brad Yates tapping and I change the words to suit myself, so it doesn't there's no video that I can point to that like this is the one. I tailor them all to my specific needs, and so focusing on loving myself as a female and forgiving my body for being female is what I did in the tapping, and it worked. I mean, it was just like a dam broke, and I was just like, whoa. And I mean, like night and day, like really, really wild. It was really, really wild. It's really intense. Yeah, you don't want to get me started on the whole trans agenda thing. But anyway, this thing from Walmart is really cool. This one's really great because it has like an old school tactile computer button. Like look at the depth of that. And you can see the spring under it working. Like it is an old school, like really, really satisfying. Really, really satisfying for those of us who grew up using computers in the 90s. The dice is like kind of a throwaway thing. These cubes actually are not blind. They're in a tube, so you can see which 3 cubes you're getting. And I ended up with the dice because it was in a pack of like, you know, well, they're in packs of 3, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, they're in packs of 3. And I had to have this, and I had to have this. And these 3 came along for the ride. I didn't know that this was going to be like that awesome. But this little joystick thing, like this gives me like this gives me a video gaming fix, I think. It let me tilt it so far before they all went over. Anyway, yeah, so this thing is really great. I should do better at this. I'm not good at doing anything, you guys. I'm really low functioning, actually. Like, incredibly low functioning. Ever since the Omicron in mid-January, which here's things that it comes in. But it's got like a silver white wrapper, so like, I mean, it looks like a candy bar. It's really fun. It'd be a great stocking stuffer. I really have not done my due diligence on promoting that. The reason that I buy things is as tools for life improvement, and, you know, I'm very disappointed in myself right now because I'm finding all kinds of product things and not at all what I'm looking for. Like, here's the MGA, because I bought a brand new MGA thing. I know, MGA is like so fucking evil. That Isaac guy is like so fucking evil, and like MGA has always been just so evil, right? But it's the only time I've done it, and it's really cool. It's really cool. It's really cool. I feel like I have to go get it now because I have to prove to you that, like, I absolutely should have spent $12, bought an MGA item off of the shelf, brand new, given them my money, supported them even though they're evil, because this thing... Well, I guess it's part and parcel, part of the whole package. Can't show you just the item without the box thing that we're gonna save forever to display it, can I? I cannot. Okay, here is what it comes in. Just the observation of what it comes in. Look at that and tell me that, like, you're gonna violate your principles and support MGA when you do not support MGA. Look at that. Look at how fucking cool that is. It is so fucking cool. It is so fucking cool. Okay. What is this behind? I need to get the doll out of here because the doll is a monster. It's an amalgamation of several dolls. We don't need to see that. It's this. Check it out, check it out. It's got a little hand crank. It's not the best hand crank. I mean, MGA does not make quality products. There's a reason I do not support them. I do not buy from them. But look, it's got this little coin that has to be inserted for it to work. So that just lives in there. And it's just delightful. I mean, it's got that triangular texture, which I guess they did that on sheet metal so it would be grippy, but like this is like such a legit representation of an 80s, 90s, it's an 80s thing with like a 90s aesthetic. Most of these things that were out in the world, they were from the 80s, so they didn't actually have like 90s aesthetic to them, but they were still around in the 90s. They were just still looking like the 80s. And this one is like pastel color scheme with you know, the neon pink of what was like 92. It was like every fucking thing was neon pink in 1992. And it's got like the little cockpit. It doesn't come with a doll. It's an accessory for those stupid... She might be in here. Yeah. It did come with a doll. It came with this doll. My bad. These stupid things. I hate these things. I hate these things so much. This is so stupid. This doll is so stupid. And they make them anatomically correct? What the fuck? Why would you fucking do that? Why would you make a fucking toddler doll anatomically correct? And their legs sit so splayed, it's not even funny. Like, this doll cannot even sit down in the toy that they made for this doll. Fuck MGA. Anyway. But this thing is super cool and I love it. And like, I mean, I'm really good at eyeballing things. The shelf that I like where I had shelf space, I was like, I think I can just like put that in my shelf. I think it'll just fit. I think it'll just fit on that shelf. And it does. It fully does. It fits absolutely perfectly. It's like, I mean, like a glove. Like it was made to go on that shelf with this little boxy thing. And I mean, look at that shit. How cool is that? I'm not sure why it has this part here, and it's got another seat belt. Maybe the fucking OMG dolls come with pets or something. The doll doesn't fit in there at all, and the doll cannot bend its legs and fit in the cockpit of the thing. The little steering wheel doesn't turn, but it is neat looking. Can you see it? It's neat looking. I have a piece of tape on here that I haven't taken off. Well, see, it's good I got it down because it wasn't fully open. The back of it opens for I don't know what that's doing. I feel like if you put the coin in there, like, it would not be that easy to get the coin out of there. Like I said, MGA is just a garbage company. Like, please don't buy anything MGA new. Buy it secondhand. Find it secondhand. Do not support MGA. Do not buy new MGA products. Like, even though I love this thing, I had to look through all of them, and the Walmart employee had literally just set the brand new box on the shelf, so I had the entire shipment to go through. And this is the best one that I could find, and even it is not perfect, but the paint application on these was very lacking. They're just not made well. I mean, it's just like seaming was messed up. Like, it was obvious that like the cockpit wasn't lined up. On mine you can see that the back of it, it's like it's got a gap here, which is not a big deal. Like, I got the best one that there was. The paint applications and the manufacturer flaws were considerably obnoxious on all of the rest of them, and there was probably like 20 that I went through. So yeah, that's the other reason that I don't ever buy MGA, because it is terrible quality control. It really is. But yeah, this thing is really fun. I'm pretty sure, like, here's what I've done. Capsule chicks, if you take off the bottom part of their leg and put their feet on, then you can make basically just toddler capsule chicks. And then if you take the head off of a zombie doll, which I believe is Spin Master, and Spin Master is a totally legit, wonderful toy company that you should totally support. I know it's not Moose Toys, but Moose Toys is also a great Australian-based company that you should totally support. But yeah, you can make like toddler capsule chicks, and if you make a toddler capsule chicks, then that can ride in the thing. And I put the head of the zombie on the capsule chicks by taking the capsule chicks cuff, which is like their, it's their digital watch thing. This is how they dial up their style. Like, why was there not any capsule chicks? Because it wasn't Mattel. Because it wasn't Mattel, and it didn't have the money to pump out media advertisements for its fucking toy lines. Like, that's why. Capsule Chicks would have been an incredible program. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Like, Capsule Chicks is an incredible toy line. If you ever find them anywhere, buy them. They're so great. They're so fun. They're more action figure than dolls, which I really love. I'm not a fan of dolls having hair. I don't even like having hair. I have as least of it as I can. And phone is like threatening. But the Spin Master zombie, yeah, it's totally Spin Master. It's got to be. I always like say things, and then like when I say things, I'm like, I don't know if that's right. Like I don't know if I'm right, but like rarely do I say something and I'm just completely wrong about it. But yeah. So, okay. They have real eyelashes and really, really detailed eyes. How do people do that? Why does that work? Okay, well, they have really gorgeous detailed eyes. They have eyelashes. The articulation of the actual... Do I have one in here? I'm not standing up again. I should have brought it over. The articulation is not comparable to capsule chicks. They have less articulation, but the zombies, their legs snap off at the knee. They don't bend at the knee. They snap off at the knee, and there is exposed bone in the leg part. That like that's the snap feature. You're snapping a bone into place, and that's really rad. So I got a few of those. I think I have 4 of them. They're $10 a pop, or $20 for the big double pack that I showed you. It's actually the wedding pack. That's $20. Yeah, I don't know why. I really should have something better in here, but I'm gonna go put this back on the shelf now that we've seen my shameful BB Air MGA purchase. I hate the doll though. The doll that it came with is so useless. I don't know, maybe it squirts water. I might repaint its head. You know, they look like Betty Boop heads. It's so weird. Like those LOL OMG dolls, like it just looks like they just fucking like jacked Betty Boop. You guys went to the arcade for your honeymoon? That's what I would do too. Rad. My custom Furby. Your snail. Get your head back into the frame. And the lighter covers one of your eyes. I know, Kurt. I will figure out a body for you. I have a Kurt Cobain head, like a legit, like sculpted, like collector's item Kurt Cobain action figure head, and I'm not versed in that world. Like as far as like 12-inch like articulated G.I. Joe type of figures, he's got a really long neck, and so I've got to get the kind that has it doesn't have a neck on it, you know, like it's, I don't know. If you don't know at all about action figures or custom G.I. Joes, then there's no point in me speaking, I guess. But the problem is that Kurt Cobain was my height and like 130 pounds. He's small, and like those G.I. Joe figures tend to be like really like bulky, muscly. So I've got to find a really slim body one that also has the proper neck attachment. And yeah, so he's just a severed head sitting on my shelf next to the arcade thing that I just set back down. And I don't know, he'll probably live like that quite a bit longer, because like I said, I am not doing well since having that Omicron in January. The exception unknown software exception. That is not good. Your computer is low on memory. Okay. Well, there's nothing in the recycling bin. It's 108. Are you kidding me? See, this doesn't really make sense to me, because, like, other days I would come to my laptop and it's like, it's fine to do the thing. Like, all I want to do is transfer the photos and files from my phone to my laptop, and it doesn't want to do that thing. It doesn't want to do that thing. But like lots of times, it's like, fine. It's like, yeah, I'll totally function for that. And I'll run Facebook for you. But it's not doing anything right now. Like, it's not detecting... It's not detecting that anything is plugged into it, and... That's my hard drive. Put my hard drive back in. if it can't detect that my hard drive is plugged in, I've got to get a new laptop or a desktop. Actually, people are like, Mindy, you don't need a laptop. You can just have a desktop. And it's like, I guess, but actually, like, if my laptop wasn't so old and non-functioning, like if I could actually, like, use it for things other than just transferring these files like I do, I would very much like to have my laptop sitting in a comfortable seat on my lap and using it instead of my phone for everything. Um, if a modern day laptop is not going to trigger my extreme cyber sickness like using a smartphone does. Anyway, okay, it knows that my passport is in. Oh, dude, it knows that my passport is in. Oh, dude, we're in business. All right, well, I gotta attend to this. I, I'm so sorry that I either don't know how to do it or it doesn't function on my phone. That, like, if you're commenting while I'm living, like, oh, I wish that this could be more back and forth, but this has been really cool, and I hope you enjoyed seeing me and talking to me and hearing me, and thank you for watching. I feel not good about things like this where I'm just kind of like all over the place. Like this should have just been me recording into a device and then using editing software to make like 4 separate videos, like the toy thing, the Christianity spirituality thing, my disability illness thing, and Dino Drax Fun Pack. But I did not do that. And I feel badly about it. Well, I don't have the ability to edit any video at all. As I said, my laptop only functions to transfer things and photos to run Facebook. That's all it wants to do. So, if you dig my vibes, subscribe. Oh, I won't pick that up yet. Love and light. I hope you're having a love and light day. I hope I'm starting your day off right with love and light. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm such a dork.